Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome in, everyone, live from the CNAW studios. It's the new Georgia Alabama Sports Live show in person. Big Rich, Ricky Ricardo, or The Beat. He has a couple of nicknames, but he's my good friend and co-host of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. How about this new studio, Richard?
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm so excited that we're here in the brand new studio, and I'm excited about the many shows that we are going to do right here, and it's great just to be in person.
It is excellent to be in person, man, and we got a great show in store for you today. We got breaking news. We got a new citywide athletic director for Muskogee County School District. We'll talk about that. We were able to do some sitting down with an athletic director, state of the programs. We'll talk about those schools that we've already talked to. We'll update you what's going on with Columbus United FC, the Clingstones, anything else happening around here locally, what we have for the rest of this week. And when July comes, we got some new segments as we're going to go ahead and get you prepared for high school football. And we're going to be taking each show. We'll take about 3 or 4 teams per show because we got 16 teams. We'll try to do that the 4 weeks in July, in which we'll break down each school and what we expect from them. And, of course, we'll have that big show right before the season where we'll give our predictions and records. We won't do that until that show, but we'll talk about what we think could potentially happen and some of the big stories heading into this offseason for these local high school teams. Got a lot in store for you this summer, Richard.
Yeah, that show last year that we did was a success. When you talk about previewing high school football, I'm sitting here I'm already looking at the schedule. I'm doing my research. I'm trying to see some of the strong teams in our area and some of the key matchups this upcoming season. This is really what the majority of the people in this community live for, is that they love their high school football, they love their teams, and we're going to break down the matchups. It's going to be like down to the wire as far as like is like distinct with a fine-tooth comb, just talking about like just the matchups and the history and the teams. It's going to be just an incredible experience.
We're presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Get ready to smile. Thank you for Glenn Smith. Also, thank you to Gordy Eye Care for being a presenting sponsor. We appreciate them. And Kinetic Credit Union. If you're looking to be a sponsor now, you can jump on board. We have some major plans for this 2025-2026 season. We had our interest meeting last night. Had over 25 people in attendance.
Wow.
Our crew has gone from 5 2 years ago to 12 last year to potentially 25 this year. It is incredible what we've been able to do. We've gone from 100,000 views in 22-23 to 500,000 views last year in 23-24, and then 2 years ago. And then this past season, 24-25, Richard, 8 million views. From 500,000 to 8 million. Are you kidding me? It has been incredible. And these are across all our platforms, both Facebook pages and YouTube. But what a season, and we expect to triple, maybe quadruple that this upcoming year.
Yeah, especially with high school football season coming up. We expect to get a lot of views. And we're doing something very unique that we did last year. We're live streaming volleyball, softball. We're getting wrestling. I mean, we're getting these other sports that don't get a whole lot of coverage, and we're able to do that. And I can't wait for the fall season. We know when football is going to be, August the 15th, but the other sports, softball in Georgia, volleyball, they're going to be there that first week of school. They could actually start having games as early as that last week of July. But like right when school starts that first week of August, they're going to be having games.
Yeah, and it's awesome what we've been able to do here in these last 2 years, and we're expecting big things again for year number 4. Wow. Year number 3 of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Year number 4 of this endeavor that I started back in 2022. All right, we got a great show in store for you today. We'll talk about what we got coming up. As I made mention, Kendall Mills. I was able to catch up with him. You're going to hear an interview I did with him very quickly. It's just a short snippet because tomorrow, dropping at 7 p.m., is Sitting with an Athletic Director, State of the Programs. We'll talk about this past year as he was the AD of Hardaway and what they were able to accomplish on College Drive. And then we'll transition part 2 of that interview to his new job as the citywide athletic director of Muskogee County School District. We'll update you everything else going on around the area. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, you'll see what Kendall Mills had to say at that board meeting and my quick interview with him as he is the new citywide Muskogee County School District athletic director. We'll be right back after this.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Take to the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,500 off MSRP. Or plug into the future with the innovative Chevy Blazer EV. Lease yours today for just $299 a month. That's right, just $299 a month. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile. Here comes more big rigs, loaded with new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,000 off, and enjoy no payments until September. Plug into the future with the exciting new GMC Sierra EV, now with a 36-month lease for just $799 a month. That's right, just $799 a month. Glenn Smith GMC, now celebrating 33 years. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
I always dreamed of playing professional sports when I was younger. And I always thought I would be drafted into the NBA. But God saw something different. Maybe it was my height or the skills, but I didn't make it there. But after the interview, I felt like I was in a green room. And I would sit day by day looking at my phone, making sure the battery wasn't dead, making sure the volume was up if I was doing something else, like waiting for that call. And the other day, the phone rang. It was 8:27 a.m. And it wasn't spam, and it wasn't a bill collector, because they don't call that early sometimes. And something said, answer your phone, dummy. Just answer your phone. And it was Dr. Lewis. And today, I feel like a #1 draft pick.
All right. Good job.
So my dreams of making it to the NBA, I fell a little short on that, probably a foot shorter, but I feel like a #1 draft pick. And the words of former President Barack Obama, I'm fired up and ready to go. Thank you.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here at Muskogee County School District. We just got out of a board meeting, and we have the new citywide athletic director, my good friend, integral part of Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Kendall Mills. Congratulations,
Thank
Coach,
you so
man.
much. I appreciate it. Thanks
Let's
for
go
coming
ahead
out.
and talk about it, man. How excited are you about this opportunity?
I'm pumped, man. I'm ready to go to work. They haven't given me a start date, but if it was right now, I'll be ready. I got my book bag in the car ready to go.
I'm excited about it, man. Why was this the opportunity that you want to take advantage of? You've been at Hardaway for quite some time.
Yep.
You love being at College Drive.
Right.
You've done so many great things, sent so many kids to the next level. Why was it now the right opportunity to move forward in your career?
It was a moment that I couldn't resist. God opened doors sometimes, and you just got to take advantage of those.
Right.
And, my mentor, Jeff Battles, good friend, moved on to another position. And it just happened that, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't. It wasn't a question.
Right, and I'm really excited for the opportunity for you to grow, and you knowing all the ADs. How important is that, Kendall, that you know all the ADs, you know the ins and outs. You're not coming from another district. You understand this district, and I feel like that's going to make it a seamless transition. You were basically Jeff's number 2, so I feel like you kind of already know what this job entails. You're not walking in brand new.
Not walking in blind. I know exactly what it's going to take. You just got to push the needle.
Right.
You know, being friends with these guys or these young ladies that we have as athletic directors is one thing, but now to direct them and continue mentoring them at a higher level is going to be something totally different.
This is the biggest home run hire we've had in this city for quite some time.
I appreciate that.
I'm so excited about it. And guess what? You can hear more because we're going to have an entire sit-down interview tomorrow night. You're going to hear sitting with an athletic director, state of the programs. We're going to be doing it with him. Part 1 is about last year's Hardaway season. Part 2, this new job as a citywide AD at Muskogee County School District. Congratulations, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Make sure to tune in tomorrow night on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. From Kendall Mills, I'm Thurp Barringer. We'll see you next time.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Here comes more big rigs, loaded with new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,000 off, and enjoy no payments until September. Plug into the future with the exciting new GMC Sierra EV, now with a 36-month lease for just $799 a month. That's right, just $799 a month. Glenn Smith GMC, now celebrating 33 years. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile. It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Take to the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,500 off MSRP. Or plug into the future with the innovative Chevy Blazer EV. Lease yours today for just $299 a month. That's right, just $299 a month. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Welcome back to the program, everyone. Georgia Alabama Sports Live show. Make sure to tune in to the Sports Vision Morning Show every weekday morning. Me, Rich, DJ Jones, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Sports Vision 92.1 FM. You saw the commercial there. Thank you to Big Chris, our extraordinary executive producer. All right, let's go and get into it. First things first, Kendall Mills. There's not a more deserving, bigger home run hire than Kendall Mills taking over as a citywide athletic director of Muskogee County. Couple things. One, he was Jeff Battle's de facto number 2. He took over a lot of responsibilities when Jeff was out. He was his go-to right-hand man, and he understands the nuances and what it takes to be at that leadership position. Number 2 is that he's been in this area for quite some time. He knows the ins and outs of every program. He knows all the ADs. He's established relationships with the middle schools, the elementary schools. This was a no-brainer of a hire. And if you saw in our interview the results, it was a unanimous yes, 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 yes. And I said there was no doubt in my mind it should be Kendall Mills. He's one of my closest friends. He's a guy I truly like and talk to all the time. He's a big part of Georgia Alabama Sports Live at office hours.
Yes.
And I appreciate our friendship and our relationship over the years. And now seeing him get the big dog job, I could not think of a better man taking on this role, and which is going to be challenging, as he knows. But when you bring an outside hire in, they don't understand how things work down here. When you get someone that's within, he's been in the trenches. He's been hit the ground running. He's gotten his hands dirty. That's how you know I think it's going to be a seamless transition from Jeff Battles, who did a great job the last 10 years, to now Kendall Mills.
Yeah, I can't think of a better hire than Coach Kendall Mills. When you talk about somebody that is driven, somebody is passionate about this area, and like you mentioned, it's going to be challenging because you got to be at the big events. But he is a worker. He is not only going to be at the big events, he is going to promote it,
Right.
and he's going to embrace not just the high schools, but the middle schools, the elementary schools. And, he is definitely ready because he's been Coach Jeff Battle's right-hand man. And I tell you, I'm so happy for him. And, he's been a big supporter of what we do at Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Yep.
And wish him the best of luck.
Yep, we are. And, again, we will have an opportunity tomorrow, dropping at 7 p.m., a special edition of our episode called Sitting with an Athletic Director, State of the Programs. We will talk first part, what he was able to accomplish at Hardaway this past year, winning a state championship. By the way, I saw the championship rings. They are absolutely gorgeous. I'm so excited about Kelly Ellis and her program, who won a championship last year. Coach Mills finally got a championship as an AD, and what a way to send him out to now his new job. And then the second part is going to be about taking on this new role and what it means. So that's dropping tomorrow at 7 p.m. Make sure to tune in. Now, he's going to have to come in, and obviously Carver had to make a transition from an AD, Anson Hundley. We also have some other schools, including Columbus High and Shaw and Hardaway now with Kendall out. So we're going to see some transitions. We're going to see some new hires. And he's going to have to establish a relationship with new men or women that are taking on those roles as ADs at the respective high schools. But I think this guy's got what it takes. I love Kendall Mills. And again, I am so excited about what can be happening and what can accomplish with Muskogee County School District. And more importantly, for Georgia Alabama Sports Live, I think this is going to enhance our partnership with them, and we are super excited about it.
Yeah, no question about it. The 8 public schools in Muskogee County, they're going to be in the same region for the final year until they have reclassification. I know that logistically it's going to be great for that first year, but I'm interested to see what the year 2, year 3 down the road looks like. Now when you have different teams in your region, you got to start traveling to these region games. But I think that it's just going to be a smooth transition just because, he has had so much experience. And we can't wait. I know that get ready to hit the ground running. And we're just glad that we're basically a part of it here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
No doubt about it. So congratulations again to Kendall Mills, the new citywide Muskogee County School District citywide athletic director is Kendall Mills. All right, moving on, some other news and notes. Congratulations to LaCoya Day. He's now going to be the new principal over at Carver. He was also approved there today, and that's a huge hire as he's taken over for Dr. Chris Lindsay, who was the principal, longtime principal there, brought many state championships in multiple sports, did an amazing job. He's now going to Central as the principal.
Right.
LaCoya Day was an assistant principal and big-time part of Harris County. He comes in with a plethora of experience. Also, it was at Manchester. And now, as an alumni of Carver, he takes over as the principal. And I think he's doing an amazing job with Mr. Watts over there. Now, Jarvis Jones is the head football coach. I'm excited about on the heel hire, Principal LaCoya Day.
Yeah, well deserving. I know he's going to do a great job at Carver. And you talk about that school on the hill. They got a lot of rich tradition and history, and not just being a part of the administrative as far as the students there, but also overseeing the athletic program. I know Coach Anson Hundley is going to do a phenomenal job as the AD, and it's been great hires all around. I mean, we've had a very busy day at the Muskogee County School District this afternoon, but it had a lot of stuff going on, and those 2 hires were announced, and also some championship teams were also honored as well.
Yeah, no doubt. And we're excited about those championship teams that were recognized and for their great accomplishments this past year. All right, locally in our area, we have some big things going on, which we're kind of putting a wrap and putting a bow on summer basketball. I know they got some live period stuff in which they'll be playing with over 100 teams up in Georgia. Pacelli, Spencer, and Columbus just played this past weekend. Pacelli's going up there this weekend. Carver's also playing in it. We've been able to hit Swoosh League, CSU team camp for girls and boys. Last week, I was able to see Harris County and Central without Jabria Lindsay. Both young teams, but talented teams. I think Coach Stephanie Ramsey Dunn and Coach Rogetta Williams, Harris County, and Stephanie Ramsey Dunn, Rogetta Williams, and Central are going to have great programs. We were able to see Smith Station as well. So, and Shaw, Curtis Growell, I think he has one of the best backcourts in the city for the girls. And we've seen other boys as well. We've hit over 19 Summer League games, over 20 now. And it's been awesome. And I'm really excited about the future of high school basketball in our area coming up this next year. We got young teams, but talented teams that I think will turn some heads next year. And then in the next few years, we could start seeing those dominant teams coming back like we had the previous couple seasons.
Yeah, I do want to start with the defending champions, the Hardaway Lady Hawks. We saw Coach Kelly Ellison there today, and she's getting probably one of the best players to come out of our area that's probably going to put up the best stats, Rihanna Boynton. Yeah, even though she lost a lot of seniors, Rihanna Boynton is coming back. I think she's going to have a monster year putting up stats as far as points, rebounds, block shots.
Yep.
You talk about that backcourt. I mean, Brooke Shipp is really going to be that catalyst for Shaw. They also got Rihanna Riley, Maria Pacheco. I know they're missing out on several. I think Genesis Edwards and Quishai Walcott.
And Pacheco is out right now.
She is out. Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't able to play last week, but I think she's having to overcome some injuries and stuff like that, which, again, it's not a big deal right now, Richard, that everybody's trying to play.
Yeah.
Like, let's overcome these injuries. Let's get better for next year. Playing young talent. You're not trying to win the Summer League championship,
Yeah.
Rich.
I was trying to think of some of the top female basketball players that we should look out for. Mackenzie Word over at Russell County. And I know we wish a speedy recovery for Jabria Lindsay. I know that the injuries are tough. We're hoping that she's in her senior year, that she does come back.
But she doesn't need to rush back because she's already established herself.
Absolutely.
She's going D1. The last thing she wants is we had on legendary player Loretta Cobb today on the Sports Vision Morning Show, who had dealt with an injury like this, came back too early, and it really derailed her career. And she was going to do great things. She was the second leading scorer in the country in high school at one point before this injury. So we want Jabria back fully healthy for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I know we're already talking about basketball. Just these summer leagues, they were fresh in our mind. Thrift, you and I love basketball. We can't wait till the season starts. But let's not try to rush to play. We saw several injuries, but just take time with those injuries because the season will be here before you know it. But you got a couple of months just to heal. And so that's what we really want to see with these players.
No doubt about it. But a great job by the Summer League teams as they're getting better. Something else we're going to be doing on Wednesday is 7-on-7. So Smith Station, Harris County, Spencer, Shaw, Jordan, and Columbus High. 6 schools around this area are going to be competing in a 7-on-7 tournament starting at 9 o'clock at Otis Spencer Stadium. Oh, my goodness. We got football here in June, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. We'll have a champion. We'll be done by mid-afternoon, but we are excited to be at Otis Spencer Stadium. I can't wait to see Spencer, who was a team that I thought really surprised some people when they lost Gary Gaither. Is Spencer going to be good? They went 7-3 last year and went to the playoffs. How about them? How about Harris County? Back-to-back season, winning over 7 games. Coming 4th in the region last year, made the playoffs. Tommy Watson has established a winning culture there. Shaw, this is Johnny Taylor's probably best team, and he's got a senior quarterback in Aaron Grant. Jordan, I think, has a chance to maybe win a game this year as well. So can't wait. And Smith Station, by the way, we were able to talk with Brian Eason, the new AD over there, and I'm telling you, you know what? I'll save that for just a second. But Smith Station, they'll be in it. Blair Harrison, a new head coach. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that was another big-time, no doubt, home run hire for Smith Station. We're going to see his team in it. A lot of great storylines heading into the 7-on-7.
Yeah, the one thing I'm looking forward to with this 7-on-7 is to see those skilled position players that we're used to seeing. and they're coming back for their senior year. Players like Elijah Fudge, the quarterback for Spencer, Aaron Grant, you mentioned from Shaw. I really think that we're going to end up seeing them playing very hard because they want to win this thing. There's a lot of bragging rights with these 6 teams, and just in time for football season as well. I mean, these 7-on-7 camps have been absolutely tremendous for these teams, and as they get ready for the upcoming football season, which we're a couple months away, and I can't wait for it. But yeah, this is just a preview of what we're going to see when it comes to the upcoming football season.
So that will be on Wednesday at 9 o'clock at Otis Spencer Stadium. Now, I made mention of Brian Eason. He's going to be another part of our Sitting with an Athletic Director State of the Program's interview. And guess what? My guy Brian Eason is a great guy. Him taking over as the AD at Smith Station, I think, is going to catapult them in the next 3 to 4 years. He's got a 3-year plan to put them back on the map. I said this with Harris County when we first started Georgia Alabama Sports Live. They're a sleeping giant. When they get the community to buy in, they establish a culture, this community and this school district and this school has a chance to do something special. Led by Mindy Johnson, she has done an amazing job getting the right people in place like Tommy Watson, like Tony Dimitri, like Brandon Jenkins, and now you're seeing the fruits from that hard work and labor. And Harris County is now dominating in almost every sport. They have been one of the hottest growing communities in the entire state of Georgia. Smith Station can be that for Alabama. They're the biggest school, numbers-wise, in our coverage area. They have more students than anybody else. They're a 7A public school. That community is thriving and begging and craving for competitiveness in multiple sports. And now we're going to be able to give them prime exposure as Smith Station Athletics is going to be home on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We had another local team. We're excited about that. Thank you to Brian Eason for helping establish. We cannot wait to get Panthers Athletics on all year long. And that is on now. We're basically going to have full-time athletic coverage for 15 of the 16 schools in our that has now turned into 15 of the 16 schools, and even the 16th school is allowing us to come on by game basis and cover them on top of the high schools and the colleges and the pros. But excited about that Smith Station community, and I'm excited to be home for Panthers Athletics. Thank you again to Brian Eason, and you're going to enjoy that interview when we're going to be dropping later on this week.
If you have not been to a Smith Station football game, it's absolutely packed, standing room only. They back their football team and their athletics as well. But I'm just excited. We're going to live stream Smith Station football games. I was looking at the schedule. We got them playing Auburn. We got them playing Opelika. They're playing Valley. There's going to be some great matchups for Smith Station this year, and we are excited that Georgia Alabama Sports Live is the home for Smith Station Athletics.
As it should be. So thank you again to Brian Eason, and can't wait for you to hear that interview that I'll drop later on this week. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back from break, we'll talk about where we're going to be this week. We'll throw up the schedule. Then we'll update you with some of the professional teams going on, and we'll get out of here with maybe
It's a great day for a
segment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show, live from the CNAW studios. We'll be right back after this.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take to the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,500 off MSRP. Or plug into the future with the innovative Chevy Blazer EV. Lease yours today for just $299 a month. That's right, just $299 a month. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5888. 5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hey guys, it's Colin Scroggins with CNAW2 News.
And I'm Thrift Behringer from Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
You keep asking us to expand our coverage here at CNAW2 News, and we love locals, so we are doing just that. Right now, we are introducing our brand new partnership with Georgia Alabama Sports Live, your biggest and best local sports around.
Yeah, thanks, Colin. We are so excited about this partnership. We know you want more than the 3 to 4 minute clips that are out there. You want to be able to watch the game in its entirety. Well, we are doing that live streaming 24/7 on our Georgia Alabama Sports Live platform from all the public and private schools in the CNAW2 News area, plus local colleges like CSU and CBCC, even professional teams like the Columbus Lions and the Columbus United FC soccer team. We do all the sports: wrestling, tennis, baseball, softball, flag football, soccer, and then even, of course, football that everybody is looking forward to this upcoming fall.
And plus, you have coaches shows and sports podcasts too, right?
Yeah, we do that every single week. Almost every single school that we cover has a coaches show dedicated to shining a light on all the programs out there, all the athletes. They deserve the exposure, and that's what we do. And then plus we have our weekly show that you can go and tune in. We give out rankings. It's a lot of fun, and we cannot wait to partner with CNAW2 News.
Oh yeah, we're excited. So here's that, y'all. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is now the exclusive provider for sports for CNAW2news.com. You'll see every link to every game and sports show that Georgia Alabama Sports Live has to offer.
So tune in and let's turn up for local sports in our area
on CNAW2 News.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Here comes more big rigs, loaded with new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,000 off, and enjoy no payments until September. Plug into the future with the exciting new GMC Sierra EV, now with a 36-month lease for just $799 a month. That's right, just $799 a month. Glenn Smith GMC, now celebrating 33 years. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Here comes more Big Rigs, loaded with new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,000 off, and enjoy no payments until September. Plug into the future with the exciting new GMC Sierra EV, now with a 36-month lease for just $799 a month. That's right, just $799 a month. Glenn Smith GMC, now celebrating 33 years. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. Thrift Behringer here, Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. And I am with Richard Holdridge. We're live from the CNAW studios. And you see right behind us, we got where we're going to be this week. So obviously today, we had the Georgia, Alabama Sports Live show. Plus, we had Tim Fanning sitting with an AD, talking with Glenwood Athletic Director Tim Fanning. That was a great conversation with him. Their first year in the AHSA, Richard, they were able to win a state championship, an unprecedented 11th under Coach Fanning since he took over the program, 25th overall as a program. Unbelievable. And Coach Fanning, in his first season in the AHSA, the Gators football team went undefeated in the regular season. Both basketball teams won over 20 games. Volleyball was super competitive. Soccer teams made the playoffs. Softball was top 2-3 teams in the region. Just a great year. And it's a move that came with some detractors, came with some hesitation. Yet in year one, I think they proved all the haters wrong. Everyone that was kind of, worried, on the fence about it. No more of that. This was an incredible move, and what a year for the Gators. I'm glad I got to sit down with Coach Fanning.
Yeah, there were a lot of naysayers that said, well, you're not going to be able to compete with all those public schools in Alabama when you make the move to the AHSAA. It was a great interview with Coach Fanning. I was so happy that the baseball team won the state championship for the AHSAA, and all the other teams were competitive, and I can't wait for this upcoming season, year 2 in the AHSAA.
So, tomorrow, we got not one but two. We got a sitting with an AD, Kendall Mills, that'll be dropping at 7 p.m. And then around 8:30, we'll have Brian Easton. So we're going to have two. Normally, we try to do one a day, but for this one, we're going to have two on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we're going to have Gaslighting, a new show that I'm going to be talking a lot of smack on and getting people worked up about. I learned what the true definition of gaslighting was. So I don't know if I'm going to be gaslighting everyone out there, manipulating them into agreeing with what I have to say, but hey, who knows? The best sports show you never heard of with Rick Beach. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. And then, of course, a 7-on-7 at Otis Spencer Stadium. Thursday, we got Columbus United Talk. Richard, you'll be talking with Brett Teach ahead of their game on Thursday night. So they got a game Thursday. You'll be talking with him to kind of preview that game. And then, of course, the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show. And then the final sitting with an AD is Steve Smith. It will be dropping on Friday. Glad that's going to happen. I'm also going to be talking with Larry Knox over at Russell County and Northside's Morgan Ingram. Those are going to drop later this weekend and early next week as well. So got a big week here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live and a lot of sitting with an AD. State of the program is going to be one of the bigger segments we got in the next coming weeks.
Yeah, get ready the next couple of weeks. We're going to try to get as many ADs as we possibly can for not just the 16 schools that we cover here in the Chattahoochee Valley area, but maybe some of the surrounding areas as well. And you're talking about breaking down all the sports. For the first couple of episodes have been great so far, and I can't wait to see the other episodes that we're going to be bringing to you on our platform in the next couple of weeks.
I can completely 100% agree on that. Okay, now that we're back here, I want to say thank you again for Jay Shields, Colin Scroggins, Daryl, Douglas, and everyone that has been involved with CNAW for allowing us and being the partner and home and the exclusive sports provider of CNAW. Man, what a partnership it's been over the last couple of months, and we're excited about the future as well, Rich. Let's talk Columbus United FC. So Columbus United's on a winning streak.
Yes,
They're
they
playing
are.
really good soccer. Brett Teach is an excellent coach. And remember last year, they won the championship. We may have a team that's doing something this year. Update us on standings. What are they at in points? And how's it going for Columbus United?
Well, they've got a 2-game win streak, and those 2 games have been on the road. They defeated Columbus United. They defeated Montgomery United FC, and they defeated Tennessee SC. And Carterburg ended up having 3 goals in the game against Tennessee SC. They've got 2 more games on the road. They're taking on Southern Soccer Academy and then they're going to be traveling about 2 hours down the road south, down Highway 431, to take on their rival, Dothan United.
Okay.
That lost here. They're looking out for some revenge because they lost because they had a man down. They lost 1-0. They're trying to avenge that loss. I think with 2 more road games, they've got the home game coming up on July the 5th against Montgomery United FC. And Coach Brett Teach has done a fantastic job with the team. And if you look right now, they have got 5 wins so far and 2 draws. So if you look at the points, that would mean that they have 22 points. And so they're right there in 4th place in the South Central Division. Some of the teams have played more games, so we will figure out like exactly where they are in the standings until the entire season is over. But I like them finishing strong. I feel like Columbus United has played all the tough teams so far, and they've got them out of the way. And I think with the regular season coming to a close, that Columbus United FC is trying to go on conclude their winning streak and try to get into the playoffs hot and really turn some heads in their first year in the USL2.
Now, according to their USLLeague2.com, Columbus United has 14 points right now, and they are ranked, and they are the 5th seed. But they are tied with Tennessee SC, who has 14, and Birmingham has 14. Dothan has 18, and then Asheville has 21. They are the leading team. So, and it's really a big drop-off after that. So Columbus United is part of the 5 teams that have a chance to win a championship. Next home game is July 5th. You can watch their games on the
NBC Sports Engine Play.
Yeah, Sports Engine Play, which you're the voice of, and glad that you got to be a part of. Another team that's been struggling is the Columbus Clingstones. The first half's about to come to an end. All in all, big picture-wise, Columbus Clingstones had an incredible year this year so far. They've just been the attendance has been incredible. It's been awesome to see. But the on-the-field stuff, you're seeing struggles from a minor league team. And being in a new ballpark, having guys get called up, get called down, not having the same team. Obviously, just having struggling moments, some promising moments. But right now, they're in last place in their division. They're not winning the first half. But the thing is, with AA and minor leagues, they have a first-half champion and a second-half champion. So they can just wash this away, flush it down the toilet, and regroup for the second half. But right now, just this first half did not play out on the field with wins and losses the way we want it to. But in terms of the overall exposure, the community rallying around it, I think that's been over the top, over the moon, a great thing for the Columbus Clingstones. How's your thoughts been on them on the field and then, of course, within the community?
Yeah, it's been a huge success. They've been drawing close to 3,000, 4,000 fans a night at Synovus Park. They're going to be back in action tomorrow night against the Biloxi Shuckers for a 6-game series at Synovus Park. And the play on the field, it has not really reflected the type of team they are. But they've got some stars. They got players like Ethan.
And by the way, Biloxi is 42-27, Richard, the best record in the league with a .609 winning percentage. They have 4 more wins, than anybody else in our league. So, this is going to be a tough one, but they maybe have a chance.
Yeah, you're talking about the stars that they have, like Ethan Workinger and David McCabe, Ian Mejia over on the mound. They've got some great players that, they're not going to be a Clingstone for long. They're going to be making the move up to Gwinnett. That as the Braves organization, they're not focused on wins and losses. They are focused on developing this minor league talent, bringing up from Rome to going up from Columbus to Gwinnett to eventually to the big club up in Atlanta. But one thing that really has impressed me the most is just that atmosphere, the competitiveness of AA baseball back in the Fountain City. And for the first time, we haven't had AA since 1990 with the Columbus Astros, but the first time we've had minor league baseball since 2008 with the Columbus Catfish. And I think that, the history of Golden Park, I like how they have taken Synovus Park and they have kept some monuments there to reflect back on the history of Golden Park. And I honestly think that just the experience of being at Synovus Park is unlike any other. as far as, the food and the game day experience, having the picnic tables down the first base and the third base line. What a beautiful ballpark. I've been to 2 games so far. I want to try to get out to a game, this 6-game series coming up against Biloxi. Definitely got to make it out to some more games because it truly is a great experience.
By the way, we're going to have on a special guest, the District 8 president for Little League is going to be joining us, and I'm excited about having him on. Richard, should be a lot of fun talking to him, and it's a guy that I think his name is Josh. Yes, Josh Dennison will be the District 8 president. Will be joining us later this week. Speaking of District 8 and the 12U All-Stars, Northern defeated Harris County. I feel like those two have been the best. They're the best too.
It seems like they're in the championship
every single year. Yeah. So Northern beat Harris County 2-1 and 5-2 in a best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So they are moving on for 12U. For the 11U All-Star game, the champion was American Little League. They defeated Harris County 3-0 in their championship game. So congratulations to 11U is the American Little League. And then in 10U is Northern Little League. They defeated, guess who? Harris County. And the best 2 out of 3 in double elimination. So Harris County, Northern won in 10, American won in 11U, and then in 12U, Northern won. And if you look at the seedings, Harris County was number 1, Peach was 2, Pioneer was 3, Northern was 4. And Northern beat American 19-1. Harris County beat Northern then 12-3. Northern had to go to the losers bracket where they end up having to beat American 12-4 and then beat Peach 10-0. Peach played in the winners bracket championship and lost 12-0 against Harris County. So we got Harris County versus Northern. Northern had to beat Harris County twice in that 12U, and they were able to do that. So congratulations to Northern Little League moving on to the state, and we'll be cheering them on. We cheered on Harris County last year. We're cheering on Northern for this year.
Yeah, I've been following the District 8 champions since 2021. Northern won it in 2021, 2 wins away from the Little League World Series. They won the Georgia Championship. Harris County in 2022 and 2023 win the Georgia Championship, 2 wins away from the Little League World Series. And then last year, Northern was in the Georgia tournament that was played in Savannah, and they lost to Oconee, and Kirby Smart's son was on that team.
Yeah.
So we're cheering on for Northern in the Georgia Championship, which, by the way, the winner of the Georgia Championship, the winner of the Alabama Championship, they will be playing in the Southeast Regional, which is held in Warner Robins, which is on ESPN. So it's a great atmosphere and spotlight, and hopefully they can get to Warner Robins and play in the Southeast Regional.
I think that's a great point, man. And I think seeing them be successful is really awesome, and I'm really excited to see these teams win. So congratulations to all the Little League teams and how they fared out in a great season for sure. All right, we're going to wrap it up here these last couple of minutes doing some unsolicited hot take segments. Couple things I want to just say, and we'll get into more detail with gaslighting because really nothing else happening locally that we're going to want to get into right now. First things first, and we'll promise you as we continue to grow this, and we're going to have on some great segments, Man in the Mirror, and we'll start breaking down in July each one of the teams and go in their profile. We'll have our mega preview show heading right before the season starts. But Big Rich, I just don't see it for the Braves. I think they're done, and I don't even want to waste breath on them. I know they swept the Mets. That was called a tease, and it was the biggest tease that the Braves have gotten all year long because then they went on to lose 2 out of 3 against the Marlins. I think they're going to lose 3 out of 4 against the Mets. I think the Phillies are going to take 2 out of 3 against them, and by the time July hits, all that noise about Anthopoulos wants to be a seller. A buyer. He wants to buy. He wants new people. You're going to be buying when you're 20 games behind the Mets and the Phillies and you're 10 games back of the wild card. Please go out and trade some young assets, please, to go get, and instead of being 10 games back when the season ends of the wild card, maybe you can get to 3 or 4. Okay, I don't want to waste my breath on that. What I do want to talk about is the NBA Finals. So if you look, this thing's going around saying, and it's a bad way of wording it, but I get why the NBA did it. It's the most watched NBA Finals game since 2019 Raptors Warriors. But here's the thing. It's Game 7. So, of course, it was going to get a decent amount of views. It hit and plateaued at close to 19 million during 9:45. Now, the average, though, was 16 million.
Yeah.
It's the least watched Game 7 in the history of the NBA. Not even close. And if you want to go back to the 70s, I don't count TV then. I'm talking about modern era here in the 80s. From 1980 to now, it's the least watched NBA Finals ever. Okay, Game 7. Even that Spurs-Pistons in 2005 that everybody thought was a travesty of, because it was a rock fight, not a lot of, you had the Pistons, and they were known for their defense, no superstars. Tim Duncan, a quiet superstar like Shea. It was very eerily similar to this one. Still got more views in that NBA Finals than this one did. I just think, now, if you look from last year, overall, the numbers say that it was better because of the Game 7 and the Game 6, but in the end, I just don't think that this NBA Finals, it lacks something. And having Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Achilles Hill, it really deflated what I thought was going to be an epic game. It takes away, in my opinion, and I hate to be that guy, and I think it takes away from what Shea and Oklahoma City was able to do, winning 68 games this year, being a dominant defensive team, but you're doing it because there's always going to be, but Tyrese got hurt. And because of that, I think it just took away from what could have been an epic game. I thought it was a great series. I enjoyed watching it. Other people didn't. But all in all, the NBA, people are consuming their product differently than others. They're consuming it through Reels, through social media, through YouTube Shorts, through highlights, than they are watching full games. So I'm wondering next year, is there going to be a conscious effort for, A, putting Tyrese Halliburton and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in front of the TV screen more, with more games, more endorsements, more commercials, or B, they're going to make sure that they get one of those top-notch culture, top-notch markets with a superstar to kind of bring that momentum into watching a full-on NBA Finals. What's your thoughts on how it played out? Congratulations again to Shai, MVP, regular season, Western Conference MVP, Finals MVP. Not many people can say that on the resume, and he's one of them. And this team doesn't have anyone over 30 that's relevant other than Caruso, but still got to put that asterisk with the injury to Halliburton, and it just felt like it was just a weird year for the NBA playoffs. Even though they're up from the ratings last year, still, I just had a bad taste in my mouth after that injury last night.
7 championships, 7 teams in 7 years. I'm really excited for the community, the city of Oklahoma City, the state of Oklahoma, because you don't have any other professional teams in the state of Oklahoma to win a championship, and they did it the right way. Yes, they were able to cash in on the Paul George trade. The Clippers trading Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in 2019, but they did draft Jalen Williams. When they drafted Chet Holmgren in 2022, he's injured, and he misses the entire regular season. So it was kind of like a waste of a draft pick. But when he came back healthy, it was like getting an extra draft pick. And OKC has been known for having a great regular season, and they had 68 wins, and it paid off.
Which is a lot, man. If you think, there are not many teams. You had 69 for the 1970 Lakers. You had 69 for the 1996-97 Bulls, 72 for 95-96, 73 for the Warriors. But they're up there as now one of the teams. The Celtics in the 80s won 67. The Lakers, one of their teams, won 65. We saw a Cleveland team win 66. We saw a Mavs team win 67. But not many teams have won 68 games or more. They're one of the 5 teams that's ever done that. And yet I think we're always going to think about what if with that Halliburton injury.
Yeah, and I look at this OKC team. I don't think of an all-time team. I mean, they just had a very good regular season because they got a lot of young players. They got a lot of depth, and they're focused on defense. I think that OKC's going to be back, but the West is stacked. I mean, Dallas is going to get better with Kevin Durant going to the Rockets. The Rockets are going to be better.
Yep.
I think the Lakers' culture is going to be a little bit better now that they have a different owner. I think that they're going to try to get some pieces because they want to try to win a championship. But I'm excited for OKC. Congratulations to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, he's up there with LeBron and Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, as far as NBA Finals MVP, regular season MVP, and world champion And also, he won the scoring title too, so that's rare territory. You're talking about Michael Jordan, and that's about it when you have those 4 categories. I can't think. I don't know if LeBron won a scoring title when he won the MVP, NBA Finals MVP, but you talk about a team, not just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but Lou Dort, Alex Caruso. Those are your defensive specialists. Isaiah Hardenstein, and of course Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams. Just what a team, and they're going to be back next year. But I'm just excited just for Oklahoma City for winning a championship.
I am too. So congratulations to them on winning that NBA championship. Well, we had a lot of fun here from the Colin Scroggins CNAW studios. We'll be back in here for Gaslighting and Best Sports Who You Ever Heard Of with Rick Beach on Wednesday. The Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show will probably be virtual on Thursday, and we'll have some special guests joining us. But thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you for watching. Congratulations to Kendall Mills, and make sure to tune in tomorrow. We'll see you next time on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. We'll see you in the morning, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Sports Vision 92.1 FM. Good night, everyone.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.